So when my opponent here has really established a dangerous elbow control grip, and remember, this is not an arm lock, this is an elbow lock, something that Mr. Camarillo always emphasized to me. Okay, when he has a very dangerous grip here, my first thing is that my first order of operations is not to let my arm get across my body, not to let him get an angle on me. Okay, so even before his foot has gone to my hip, as soon as he controls my elbow, the first thing I do is try to grab the same side lapel and bring my elbow in. Okay, that same side lapel, this is going to work for omoplata, triangle, unconventional arm locks, and the regular arm lock, because it limits the ability of my arm to travel across his body. Okay, so now if I can beat him before he gets his foot on my hip, okay, I'm going to beat him by trapping his hip on this side. So I'm going to do that by dropping my own elbow. Okay, once I drop my own elbow, I'm going to make sure that my knee is reinforcing my elbow here. So we're just going to move to the side slightly. So my elbow is going to drop, and I can't have my knee back here, because now, again, he can put his foot on my hip, scoot it, climb, and I'm done. Okay? So I'm gonna step my knee up. Sometimes I'll go all the way to my foot and drop my knee so that my knee pins his hip. Now as I drop my elbow, my knee's pinned, he's going to be trapped. I can begin to take these grips off, okay, and come back to a good posture in the guard. Okay? So one more time. He grabs my elbow. Right away, same side lapel, elbow down. And right away, this knee is tight, trapping his hip. At this point, I can extract my arm, come back to posture. Okay? Now, when his foot comes on my hip, this is much more dangerous, because remember, we always have to keep our opponent's head in the same line as our head, the same line as our hips. As soon as he gets off line, I'm in danger. As soon as he creates an angle, I'm in danger. Triangle, plata, okay, arm lock. He's going to be all over me. So the same thing goes. I'm going to try to make the grip on the same side of the lapel. As he controls, he gets his foot on my hip. Okay, this foot is what allows him to create this angle. Okay, because go ahead and make your angle, Dave. Without this foot's not on my hip. What's preventing me from just walking and putting him in front of me again? Nothing. The foot maintains the angle. So I have to clear the foot. We go right to the problem. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just pop my leg, my hip down, and kind of circle it in. So I'm going to pop my hip down and come back to control, where my knees can once again monitor my opponent's hips. So at this angle, you see as he puts his foot on my hip, right away, I don't waste time. I'm going to pop my hip down, and once again trap his hip with my knee. Sometimes that's not quite enough. Okay? So sometimes when he puts this foot, he really starts to climb, I'm going to have to step up. And now I'm going to bring my hip forward hard, and again come down, monitoring his hip, taking myself out of danger. Now with the choke, okay, now with the posture break. Okay, because he's not going to choke me here, he's going to choke me once he breaks my posture. So if I feel he's got a dominant grip, look at the more I try to straighten my back, make hard posture, and straighten my arms, the easier I'm going to fold. So he breaks, he pulls me in with his hip flexors, boom, he creates a big reaction. Instead, I'm going to utilize some of the natural physics of our body, and that's that an arch is one of the strongest structures we can create. Okay? It's one of the strongest ways that we can distribute force, okay, throughout our back. We have actually a double arch because we have the arch in our spine, we have the arch in our ribs. Okay, so when my opponent begins to pull, I'm not going to straighten my back. Instead, I'm going to roll my hips forward, drop my head, and create a big arch. Now go ahead and break my posture. The harder he tries, the easier his guard's going to open, just by pushing on the knee. Okay, once again, he makes a deep grip, I rock my hips forward immediately, big arch in my back, head down. I can kind of keep his posture at bay a little bit with this arm. Now if he's really trying to pull, same side arm just pushes lightly on the knee until the guard opens. And now we can eat up some space. Okay. So let's look at this again from this side angle. On my own, I'm in guard here. He pulls. I'm gonna, instead of trying to make big straight back posture here that's gonna fold me forward, I'm gonna round my back and rock my hips forward here, creating a big arch to distribute all that force. Now if he still tries to pull, a little bit of pressure, this guard's gonna pop open. So let's look at that from this side. Okay, right here makes it the deep grip. He begins to pull. I don't want to fight this. I don't want to get broken down. So right away, I rock my hips forward, arch. He continues to pull. And we're going to begin our passing. And now the neck.